सरकार सिंसिना यामना इसा मक्ता अवाबा दु फाउर हेन खलगा हार्ट एंड सोल होनद्रगदी प्रजाइदी करी उपाय ले कछु उपाय लेती येंग मनतना अदुबु प्रजाइ खोजु यान वामले तुमिना लेथोपगी तंजादी हौजिक ओइद्रबनी.
Meanwhile, the troubles of people in Manipur continue.
The return of peace and normalcy has given an impetus to a whole host of developmental and other activities in Tripura. Revival of gymnastics is one such example. Let's take a look.
Tripura's gymnasts have won medals in different national competitions. They have also represented the country at different international tournaments. And to keep the legacy alive, aspiring gymnasts are working hard at Netaji Subhash Regional Coaching Centre in Agartala. Over 80 students gather daily in different shifts to hone their skills in uneven parallel bars, balance beam, floor exercise, vault and other gymnastics events. Tripura, that was once severely affected by militancy, lacks proper infrastructure and facilities. Former champions are now training the youngsters, and the head coach says youngsters could perform better if they are trained on better equipment.
स्टेट स्पोर्ट्स काउंसिल भी कोशिश कर रहे हैं और अपना जो गवर्नमेंट है वो उन्होंने भी कोशिश कर रहे हैं, लेकिन ये अपना जो इंटरनेशनल एपर्स है वो नहीं मिल रहे हैं अपन को. और जिस स्टेट अभी परफॉर्मेंस है इन लोग के पास बहुत फैसिलिटीज़ है. अगर ये फैसिलिटीज़ हम लोग को मिलेगा तो हमारा परफॉर्मेंस भी कम नहीं होगा किसी से.
Tripura has produced many national and international gymnasts such as Arjuna Awardee, Mantu Debnath and Kalpana Debnath. Many like Ajoy Kumar De, a 17-year-old gymnast, have brought laurels to the state by winning inter-regional and state-level championships. Ajoy bagged 6 gold medals during the 2008-2009 Northeast Games held in Tripura. He now wants to represent India.
ন্যাশনাল করেছি 18-19টার মতো ন্যাশনাল করেছি. এখন ভবিষ্যতে ইচ্ছা আছে যেন আমি একটা ইন্টারন্যাশনাল খেলতে পারি, তো তার জন্য প্রস্তুতি নিচ্ছি.
The Sports Authority of India picks the best gymnasts and trains them under the guidance of qualified coaches. Deepa Karmakar, who is under SAI's coaching, has been sent to Moscow for 1-year training. There are high hopes from Tripura's gymnasts that they will make the country proud in the 19th Commonwealth Games.
The opponents of peace have again succeeded in creating trouble in Assam. This time, they targeted the security forces in an attempt to show their strength and derail the peace process in the state. Our team has the report.
On July 30th, a CRPF convoy was passing through Solmari area in Golpara district when a powerful IED blast was set off with a remote control. 6 Jawans were killed and over 40 injured. Initially, the police suspected it to be the handiwork of anti-talk faction of National Democratic Front of Bodoland, but in email, Anu Buragoya of Ulfa's publicity wing claimed the responsibility. The jailed Ulfa leaders are in favour of talks with the centre, but the Paresh Barua faction is trying to derail the peace process.
Not all rebel groups have come to the table. As you are aware, there is one faction of the NDFB which is opposed to the talks. There is the one faction of Ulfa which is opposed to the talks. At this point, it's not clear who was behind the blast.
The incident was widely condemned by the people. In Jorhat, a large number of people turned up for the cremation of Jawan Manoranjan Bora, who succumbed to his injuries after 4 days of the deadly attack on the convoy. Some 15 CRPF Jawans are still fighting for their lives at Guwahati Medical College.
1994 में CRPF में भर्ती हुआ था. भर्ती होने के बाद 17 साल नौकरी किया. 17 साल नौकरी करने के बाद अपने परिवार को छोड़ के गया है. अपना भाई 2 भाई को छोड़ के गया और अपना फैमिली है, परिवार है, 2 छोटे छोटे बच्चे हैं उनका. और ये बहुत वीर, मतलब एक बहुत निष्ठावान आदमी था और हर चीज़ में हमेशा आगे रहता था और हमको बहुत दुख हो रहा है.
It was the second attack on security forces by militant groups in the recent past. Recently, on July 26th, 4 Sashastra Seema Bal personnel, including an assistant commandant, were killed in an ambush by the NDFB close to the Bhutan border in Chirag district. It reflects the growing frustration of these rebel groups, as many of their cadres have surrendered or have been killed in encounters. Experts believe the people in the state are also opposing these outfits.
It will create a hurdle to the smooth progress of the talks process. But hopefully, since there's a tremendous public opinion in favor of talks, the talks process would go on. Despite some kind of blast, despite statements by anti-talk faction, despite our moves, the talks will go on, since the people of Assam want the talks to go on.
Assam has been facing mindless violence by different militant groups, be it ULFA, NTFB or KLF, for their vested interests. However, their ideology of violence has no takers, and the frustrated outfits are resorting mindless violence to make it appear that they still have some relevance.
Stay tuned, we will be back with more news. People in Manipur upset with rising incidents of extortion and abduction. And a fashion extravaganza in Shillong promotes textiles and crafts of Northeast. Welcome back to Roving Report. Northeast has a unique tradition of tribal arts and crafts, hand-woven textiles and exotic jewelry. To promote the rich cultural heritage, a fashion extravaganza was held in Shillong, the fashion capital of the region. We take a look.
Models sashayed down the ramp with great alarm, wearing bright traditional hand-woven clothes with modish designs. The fashion event, Magical Threads of Northeast, which marked the gathering of talented designers, was organized by a non-profit organization, Fashion Society of Shillong. The show aimed at highlighting the uniqueness of Northeast region, with special focus on its handloom industry.
Platform for showcasing the handlooms and weaves of the states of the North.